Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Mama Christine's podcast, Living Life Through Experience. It is episode 10. And yeah, hard to believe, right? 10, well, it's been 11 weeks, I believe, into the year, and it's like, wow, it goes by so quickly. Anywho, so tonight I want to talk about, um, well, teaching, enabling, feeling guilty. It's a thing that's been coming up a lot this week. And I said, you know what? I think this is something that really needs to be addressed. So first and foremost, let's start with a card and see where we go. Okay, well, there you go. Loved ones in heaven. And it's so funny, the other half of the deck, look, it came up. Signs from heaven. Okay, so your people are really, really, really trying to talk to you. So I would say take this as a big sign that your people are trying to talk to you, to help you, to guide you, to push you to do what's right for yourself as well as others. And of course, doing what's right for yourself is self-care, boundaries, and the like, because a lot of times what can happen is we do and we do and we do for everybody else, but then we don't do for ourselves. So boundaries need to be made, because what's happening is you're enabling other people, and we'll get more into that. So pay attention, because for both of these cards to show up means your divine beings are definitely trying to pay attention, poke, 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 right? So now let's pick a card first, a message. Here we go. So the miracle of forgiveness. Now, forgiveness, as I have expressed in the past, is about letting go. It's not like, oh, you kicked me under the table by accident, you said sorry, and I'm like, yeah, no big deal. No, this is about letting go, because with some people, when there's been a huge fallout and you can't get to a point of seeing eye to eye, and this person has really, say, hurt you, you get angry, right? You hold on to it. But at some point, you've got to let it go. That's forgiveness. That means you're not allowing that situation and that person to occupy space here in your head rent free. Because guaranteed, if that person's that willing to hurt you and not care, then they're not going to hold on to it either once you're gone. But why do you? So let it go. So the miracle of forgiveness, let go. You would not believe how, oh my God, how energizing it is, how freeing it is, and how much lighter you feel when you let go of the BS that you've been holding on to forever. Okay? So this is also going to apply for what we're going to talk about today, which is about manifesting, enabling, going after what you want, doing what's best for you, creating boundaries. And I know there's a lot of, of this that I've talked about in the past, but when it keeps coming back, and this is what I've been like, you got to talk about this. I'm like, okay, we're going to talk about it. That's what I go with. I always do. Like I tell you guys, I do what I'm told, and this is what they're saying. So this is, excuse me, what I'm going with. So that's where we're at. So here's the situation. Let's say you have someone in your life who depends on you for everything, but never lifts a finger to help you help themselves, kind of has expectations of the highest imaginable. When things don't go their way, it's someone else's fault. It's never theirs. And what happens is they don't do this. They don't count their blessings. They're not grateful. They are entitled. So they think, okay? And no one on this earth is entitled to anything major, okay? No matter even happiness and joy and love, we're not entitled to it. We work at it, we earn it, we feel it, we encompass it, we're grateful for it. There's a big difference. I look at that word entitlement and I'm like, wow, it's such a heavy, weighed down word. It really, really is. And again, when life gives you what you need, you count your blessings. You show gratitude. You don't just expect, oh, I'm on this earth and God is supposed to just give me everything I need. Or, angels are there for everybody, so they have to help me because I asked them, because that's the rules. It's like, oh my God, what are you, entitled? Anywho, so here we go, the difference between entitlement and gratitude. Picture this. Someone has someone in their life who does nothing to help themselves, but yet this person decides, I'm going to give this kid or this person or this adult or whoever, this work companion, anything and everything they need. Now, you may not like it, you may complain about it, but yet you don't do anything about it. So while this one person is walking around doing whatever they want, whenever they want, how they want it, they don't think anything else of it because they know if they need something, somebody out there is going to give it to them. And that's entitlement. Now, you could have another two people where one at the moment can't do something for themselves because of certain circumstances that are happening in their life. And the other person may decide, well, allow me to help you with this. And that first person comes back with, oh my God, I'm so grateful. Thank you for that. You know, it was unexpected and I'm so grateful. That's the difference, right? Gratitude and entitlement, two very opposite things. But again, now when it comes to the entitlement piece, whose fault is it for what's happening? It belongs to both parties or all parties involved, actually. So if you have, say, I don't know, one person who's always giving the other person what they need and yet still complaining about it, what do you call that? It's called not having boundaries. It's called enabling this other person. If you run in to rescue somebody all the time, it's one thing to help somebody out once in a while, but when you are forever, every single day, week after week, month after month, year after year, and you have given everything to this person, done everything for this person, paid for everything for this person, and got nothing back, not even a thank you, and you complain about it, and yet the person still comes back and says, I need, and you go, okay, here, that's enabling. Because at some point, I always, it's a 3-strike system. I look at it. I need help. Okay, I will help you. Then you find out that the person's really not doing anything to make their life better. Okay, they're not learning their lessons, their life lessons. And then the second time comes around and say, oh, I need help. Okay, I will help you. And then they go back out and live life the same old way, not doing anything for themselves, not taking care of themselves, not taking responsibility, not being accountable for how their life is going. And then the third time comes back and goes, I need help. For me personally, I'd be like, look, I don't mind helping you, but this is the third time. 3 strikes, you're out. I'm done. This is the last time I'm helping you. You need to grow up. You need to figure things out. You need to be accountable for your actions, your choices, your decisions, all of those things. And that's the boundary. Okay. Other people, again, enable. Okay, third time. Here you go. Let me help you. Okay, fine. Nothing changes. Fourth time. Nothing changes. Now, before you know it, months have gone by, years have gone by. And guess what? The enabler is still in the same position, complaining about everything that's going on with the person that they are enabling, and wonder why and how they're going to get that person to go do their own thing. I'm like, well, if you were getting everything for free, would you go elsewhere? No. If you're going to keep handing things out, why is that person going to learn anything? Why should they go elsewhere to, do their own thing when they're getting everything they need handed to them on a silver platter? Stop enabling people. Especially I have clients that have come in and said, oh, well, my son this, my daughter that, my husband, my whoever's, my wife, my kid, it doesn't matter. And it's like, but who keeps giving them the okay, right? And especially with children, I hear people say, oh, well, I had to help my son out with this, and I had to buy him a new phone, and he had trouble with his car. And so you're thinking, okay, maybe they have a teenager. How old's your son? 32. It's like, whoa, back up a few yards. No, no. At 32 years old, they should be able to take care of themselves, right? Legally, at 18, they're an adult. So somewhere after that, they should really be taking care of themselves. And yes, granted, things happen and people may need a hand with something. I mean, my kids have had small things that they've asked me to help them with, and I can gladly do. But again, I make them live their life. If something's going on, I'm okay. What are you going to do about it? Let's talk it out. What can you do about that to fix it, change it, let it go, whatever it may be, you know? But when you're constantly handing your kids, here you go, here you go, here you go, here you go, does that kid learn? No. Especially when you hear the same repeated thing, like, oh, well, I did this for my kid and, they broke it again. How many times does that happen? Oh, quite a few. Well, then stop. If they want that thing, whatever it is, so badly, let them work for it, right? Because again, if people don't have to work for anything, they don't have any connection to it. They don't have that appreciation for these things that you're just handing over. They're just, to them, it's disposable. It broke. They'll get me a new one. Again, stop with the enabling. Create some boundaries. Is that person going to get mad when you set a boundary? Oh, heck yeah. But you know what? Not your issue. It's theirs. Again, and I'm not talking about, young kids, teenagers. I'm talking about full-on adults, okay? Young adults, older adults, come on. You've got to do this on your own. You have to do this. And sometimes the hardest love to give is the tough love. That's where you just kind of like stop everything and say, you know what? You're on your own. Figure it out. And when push comes to shove, they will. The problem is sometimes as parents or even just as people, we're like, oh my God, I don't know if they're going to be okay. What if they fall down? What if, oh my God, what if they figure it out? How else are you going to figure it out unless you have to work for it, right? So stop enabling everybody. Show them how to work for something. Show them how to appreciate. Show them how to have gratitude. Show them how to count their blessings. Because many times in life, people in general will take life for granted. Like waking up in the morning is a huge miracle, right? Being able to stand on your own 2 feet and walk, to have a roof over your head, a bed to sleep in, clothes on your back, food in your fridge, your bills are paid. You may not have a ton of money, but you got some money, right? You can afford to pay for your things. You may have people in your life, like a spouse or children or pets or different things like gratitude all around, and a lot of people don't even look at that. It's life. I should have these things. Well, yes, but at the same time, just because you're supposed to have them doesn't mean you have to be, ungrateful, because it could be a lot worse. You could be God knows where doing what and going through one hell of a time. So think about that. All right. 2 came up. Here we go. So that inner voice, right? So when that person is taking advantage, I want you to listen to that inner voice because I know it's telling you stop. Stop giving them everything they want. Stop enabling them. Stop. They're not going to learn if you keep giving it to them. Whatever it may be, okay? And again, it could be anybody. It could be your spouse. It could be your significant other. It could be your kids, your family members, your friends, your coworkers. I mean, whoever, okay? Stop enabling other people. Sometimes we just need to stand up for what is right. And again, you got to do what's right for you, not for everybody else. Because while everybody else is getting what they want, you're being dragged down. You're exhausted. You don't know what to do anymore. You're all over the place. So you're the mess now, not them. They get what they want, but you're driving yourself crazy to make sure everybody has what they want. So stop. So listen to that inner voice. That inner voice is warning you, guiding you, telling you stop. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. But then you have that guilt that pops in and goes, yeah, but then they're going to be mad. And then what if they don't talk to me? Then again, if that happens, that's their issue, not yours. Yes, is it hurtful? Of course it is. But at the same time, it's like lesser of two evils, okay? At one point, they're going to get over it. They're going to figure it out. And then they're going to say, Thanks for doing that for me. And if they don't, again, they have to figure things out. They have to learn the lessons. It's like going to school. If you have somebody that comes in and does your homework and takes your test for you, what do you learn? Nothing. You learn absolutely nothing. So listen to that inner voice. And the second is peace and harmony. You want peace and harmony between you and these other people. Whether it's one person, 10 people, it doesn't matter. You have to create that peace and harmony. It doesn't just show up on its own. People are like, oh, I'll be happy when, or I'll have harmony in my life when. You're only going to have those things in your life when you create it, because everything that everything that you want is created by you, by one simple choice. I want to be happy. So then you start letting go of what doesn't make you happy. Right? Don't hold on to it and say, well, I'll deal with it later. I can't do anything right now. It's somebody's birthday. I can't do anything about this right now because, well, the holidays are here. Or I can't do anything about this right now because God only knows, whatever excuse you're coming up with. Time to let it go. Listen to that inner voice. If you want peace and harmony, you make the choice to have peace and harmony, and then do the work. Do what needs to be done in order for you to have peace and harmony. Okay? Because God, again, did not put you on this earth to be a slave to everybody else so they're happy while you're miserable. No, it doesn't go that way. Okay? So, spirit animal. 1, there's the hawk, right? Be like the hawk. See things from a different perspective, right? Because what does a hawk do? It flies way up high so it can look down and see the whole situation. Not just a spot, right? Because here on the ground, we can only see from one perspective. But the hawk goes way above and looks down at the situation and can see a lot more. If you really look at what's going on in your life, you'll see things from a bigger perspective. So if you step back and go, geez, I'm always giving this person money. I'm always taking this person everywhere they need to go. I'm always giving them a place to sleep. I'm always doing this and I'm always doing that. And they're not doing anything back. Like if they need money, why aren't they out looking for work? If they need a place to stay, why aren't they looking for their own place? If they need to eat, why aren't they working more and putting money towards food instead of stupid things they don't need right now? Okay, I know everybody loves their things, their hobbies and such. But you know what? If it's a choice between, oh, hey, let me buy this toy or this video game, but not food, then there's some priorities that need to be adjusted. Okay, so listen to your intuition, because that's what animals are. Animals focus on their instincts, right? You need to do the same thing. Focus on your instincts. Look at things from a higher perspective and trust your vibes. Okay, because trusting your vibes means just that. Your intuition is on point and it knows what it's talking about. It knows what it's feeling. It knows the truth, because your intuition is all heart-centered. Okay, the difference is in your heart, you know you got to stop this, you got to stop enabling, you got to put your foot down, create some boundaries, because if you want a better life, then you have to change too. You have to stop enabling everybody around you, so that way your life can be more balanced, right? And more freeing. And that's where the manifestation comes in. When you put yourself in a better place, then whatever you're trying to do for yourself happens, right? Like attracts like. Karma is karma, manifestation, law of attraction. I don't care what you want to call it. Whatever you put out is what you're going to get back. So if you're going to keep giving and giving and giving and giving and staying in lack, then you're always going to be in lack, right? Do what you need to do for yourself. Is it okay to be a good person? Of course it is. But there's limits. You can't keep helping the person who's not willing to help themselves. Remember that. So that's where this comes in. You need to take a step back, okay? Sometimes you've got to let somebody fall on their face. Truly. Because some people just don't learn until it hits them in the head and goes, hey, figure this out. And you're like, oh, damn, I got to figure this out. Yeah, that's how it works. That's how it works. So, again, here's the next card. Live your joy. You want to live your joy? Then make the changes you need to make in your life and let other people figure out theirs. That's the tough love aspect of things. Is it hard? Yes. Is it possible? Of course. You know, does it work? Yes. For you. For you. Again, that other person has to learn their own lessons. They have to live their own life. They have to do their own thing. So this is where you're going to have to step back and let them live their life. Let them make their choices and let them accept the consequences of the choices they make. Okay? Here we go. So angel therapy. That comes from the other deck, angel therapy. So what does that mean for you? That means you have the angels at your disposal. Okay? Ask the angels to help you to heal. Ask the angels to help you to see things from a better perspective. Ask the angels for the strength and the courage that you need to say no, to set boundaries, to stop enabling people in your life. Whatever you need, ask. Okay? And you know it too, because I mean, your friend group, your little circle of people that in your life that you feel closest to will tell you, like, what are you doing? Okay? Stop it. And you're like, yeah. But you know what? They love you, so they're not going to keep bugging you about it. But they have brought it up, I'm sure. So stop. Stop. It's time to live your life. Again, if you picture this, if you've had children, usually by the time a baby turns close to a year old, they're pulling themselves up and they're getting ready to, like, I'm going to go walk. Now, if you stop them from falling every bloody time they moved, that child will never know what it's like to actually fall. They're going to have this mindset of, I'll never fall because this person is always there to catch me. So I'm never going to get hurt. Now, how bad would that be? Okay. Do you want your children safe? Of course you do. I mean, so did I. But again, letting your kids walk on their own and they happen to fall, you just show them, I'm here for you. Are you okay? Come on. Do you need help? I'm here for you. I'll help you. You know, that's how you help somebody. Not stopping them from living life, not stopping them from learning, not stopping them from moving forward by catching them every step of the way. You've got to let them walk. You got to let them go. Okay? So again, I don't care if it's family, if it's friend, if it's coworker, if it's anybody in your life. Stop enabling everybody else. Let people live their lives. Let people get hurt. Let people figure things out. And if they truly need help, they're going to say, hey, do you mind? And again, just be there for them. Help them if you can, but don't let it become a habit where they rely on you because you're willing to do anything for them all the time. Okay? Right? You feel that? It's like a breath of fresh air all of a sudden, like, wow, I really just let that go. All right, so let's keep going. All right, so chakra card. The orange is your sacral chakra. Your sacral chakra is all about your emotions. And it's showing, the picture on the card is completion, okay? So completion means just that. It's over. It's done. This part of you is done. It's time to stop, all right? It's time to let go of what no longer serves you. Fix it, change it, or let it go, okay? Because it's really weighing on your emotions. Because one, it's like, well, emotionally, I love to help people and I like to do things for people. But then if I don't do it for them because they constantly drive me crazy about it, I feel bad because then they're going to be upset. And I hate to be upset and I don't like confrontation. So you know what? I'm just going to shut up and do it anyway. Oh my God, that just drove me nuts. No, it's not about that. It's not about that. It's about learning to help someone when they need it, then let it go. And if they need you, let them ask for the help. But again, don't keep doing it for them. Okay? Because they need to learn this, gratitude, right? They need to learn gratitude. And it's funny because this is indigo, so this is third eye. This is about seeing what's right there in front of you, what's seeing there, what's right within your vision, the things that you should be grateful for. You know, look with your eyes, your internal eyes, your physical eyes. Look at this house I'm in. Look at this apartment I'm in. You know, look at the people I have around me. Look at this. Look at that. You know, I woke up this morning. I have a bed to sleep in. I have heat. I have AC. I have food. I have all these different things. That's gratitude. See what's right in front of your face. A lot of times people don't. They don't see what's right in front of their face. I don't have this and I don't have that and I can't get this and I can't get that. And I'm like, but you're not seeing what you already do have. So gratitude is about focusing on what you do have and being grateful for what you do have. And when you do live a life of gratitude, other things do start falling into your life. So yeah, maybe you don't have this right now, but you can acquire that. And with hard work and determination, make it happen. It'll just give you something else to be grateful for. Now, if you look at the two women in the picture, one's wearing a blue dress, the other one's wearing a red dress. So the red dress is, again, your root chakra. Show gratitude for your foundation. Show gratitude for your survival skills. Show gratitude for your strength and your courage, right? And the blue is your throat. Speak your truth. Speak with integrity, right? Be who you are. Be who you know you can be. It's a big change there. Big, big change. But again, look, perception comes back up again. And that's the green, the heart chakra. So pay attention, because your heart is your truth center. It knows best. It knows what you need. It knows, oh my gosh, all the things, you know. So it's really about, again, don't enable, show gratitude, let people learn, step back when you need to, set boundaries, manifest what you need for yourself, and be kind to others. But when it gets to the point they're not being kind back, there's somewhere to draw a line. And like I said, 1, 2, 3, you're out, done. I've helped you 3 times and I've gotten nothing in return for it, meaning you haven't done anything to improve your situation. You haven't done anything to bring more money into your life. You haven't done anything to change what's going on in your life. So you know what? I can't do that for you. You need to do that. So no, I'm not helping you anymore. It is what it is. Will we feel guilty? Sure. But don't let that guilt drive you crazy thinking, oh, well, maybe I'll help them because I feel bad. No, you can't do that, because again, that goes back to enabling. It's a big vicious circle. It's crazy. But no, do what's best for you, because again, life is yours. Your life is yours, and you need to take care of you. So take care of you, please. You know, yes, help other people, but again, boundaries. Okay? Do what makes you happy. Keep yourself centered. Keep yourself balanced. Do what's best for you and everyone involved. And then see how things start shifting and changing for you. Let other people be themselves. Let them make their own choices. Let them fall. Let them get back up, whatever it may be. Things will change, but you can only change you, not them. Remember that. Very hard, I know. It's like, oh, I wish they could see what I see. And it's like, they're only going to see what they want to see, and they'll see change when they decide to be open-minded and see what change they're looking for. It is what it is. All right, guys, so this is where I'm going to leave you this week. Again, don't enable, encourage, right? Stop enabling and encourage. So one more card before we go. Life purpose. There you go. Freedom, right? Freedom. You are free to do what you choose. Life is about choices. So make your choice. And remember, whatever your choice is, you have to deal with the consequences, whether they're good or bad. But yeah, that's your purpose, to make choices. So do you choose to enable or do you choose to encourage? I know where I stand on that one. So I'm encouraging you to do what's best for you. So thanks, guys, for listening. You guys have been great, as always. I'm very grateful that you do watch every week or when you have the chance. And, you know, if you feel like somebody could definitely benefit from listening to this conversation or any of the conversations I've had since I've started this podcast, then share it. You know, share it with friends or share it on social media. I would be very grateful for that. That's how, you know, information gets out there, is by people sharing. So yeah, again, thanks again. Have a wonderful evening, and I will talk to all of you next week. Take care.